It's 6 a.m. and we are at the day before 4th of July. I was kind of looking at our website. We have a lot of fireworks going around the city, and like areas like Bernie, looks like Kirby, Helotes has a celebration. So yeah, just check out our website at KSAT.com for all of those celebrations.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is 6 a.m. on Wednesday, July 3rd.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you had a wonderful week so far. And right now on the bottom of your screen, we should see this. You can see we have a poll going and we want you to take part.
Yeah, we want to know, do you have plans to visit the Texas coast this holiday weekend? You can vote on our poll, ksat.com/poll, or you can scan the QR code and let us know where you are heading. It looks like a lot of people going to Galveston with South Padre Island and Corpus Christi kind of in the same range. Others have no plans.
Yeah, I'm right there in the 20%. No plans right now, but we're going to keep sharing those results throughout the newscast. But if you do have plans to stay in town, like I said earlier, there's a whole lot of celebrations going on, in the city limits of San Antonio and all around. But Justin told me earlier it should work out for at least the fireworks.
Fireworks will be good. But this question is kind of important because I think by the weekend we will see some impacts from Beryl on some of our coastal cities. So if you are traveling to Corpus Christi, maybe you're going down to South Padre, you definitely, especially South Padre, you want to keep close tabs on what's going on with that hurricane, this tropical system, and we'll of course be providing you updates as often as we get them with the computer model data, and we'll be doing that throughout the next couple days. So stick with us on that. 10 days so far this year of 100 plus. Yesterday we got up to 102. It was hot. So far. Again, 10 days this year, but last year at this point we had 13. So we're a little behind that number, that pace, which is a good thing because last year was pretty wild when it came to triple-digit heat. We'll be there again today, though, I think. 100 here in San Antonio, a lot of triple digits across the state, 105 up there now, Abilene, 101 Dallas. No matter where you go, other than Texas Panhandle, it's going to be hot and humid. Fireworks, you heard Steph mention it. What does it look like for tomorrow night? Looks good. 95 at 8 o'clock, 90 at 10 p.m. Even around midnight, we'll be in the mid-80s. It's hot, but we are used to that for July 4th here in South Texas. And, of course, a little dry still, so just, be careful with the fireworks. We don't want to start any fires around here. What about rain chances? Could we get some relief with Beryl? We're going to look at that a little bit closer here in just a couple minutes. Now we go over to RJ flashing lights. Did I see those?
You know what, Justin, I was about to say, shout out to our TxDOT crews because I was ready to talk about a stalled vehicle right here, 281 southbound at St. Mary's. It is gone. I mean, literally within 10 minutes or so, they got that driver who was pulled over on the right side of the road, off the roadways. They got them going. So shout out to our TxDOT crews, and just make sure if you do see those flashing lights out there to give them room to operate and let them do what they got to do to make sure our roads are clear. So 281 St. Mary's, we are clear, good to go there. Tenant Probant, same situation there as well. Definitely seeing some holiday traffic across the city of San Antonio. As we take a look, 35 there, Loop 410. Not even any construction going on right now. So if you're about to hit the roads right now, might be a good time to do so. Alex Gomez, let's go ahead and check in with him. Happy hump day, Alex. How are things going out there, my man?
Good morning, RJ. Happy hump day. Things are doing great out here on the west side. Check out 90 east, actually 90 westbound, right at Military Drive. You're going to have no slowdowns if you're headed towards the JBSA Lackland area. So good news for that. Also, you're right. Kudos to TxDOT Heroes. Not only do they help you out, I mean, some of the other things they do, they can help change a tire. They do some minor car work. And if you run out of gas, they give you enough gas to hit that gas station. So they're doing the good work out here, RJ. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, happy Wednesday to Alex and all of our drivers out there as we take one more quick look at our citywide map. And again, everything looking good. We're going to be talking about when TxDOT expects the heaviest congestion on the major highways, especially if you're headed out to the Houston area, the southeast, the coast, or up to the Austin and Dallas-Fort Worth area. That is coming right up. Patty, Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. Well, we're going to update you on the results. It's kind of funny. It's been changing back and forth. Now it looks like people are joining me in this no plans. 60% of people who voted this morning have no plans to go to the coast and, this weekend. But it looks like Corpus Christi, 25%, Galveston, 10%, and South Padres at 5%. But again, if you have no plans, there's a lot going on around town.
A man convicted last week of shooting at San Antonio police officers in 2022 will now spend more than 3 decades in prison. A judge has sentenced Ledino Saldaña to 37 years behind bars for attempted capital murder of police officers and 20 years for aggravated assault of a peace officer. Those will run concurrently. Saldaña fired shots at officers 2 years ago. The officers returned fire and hit him, paralyzing him from the waist down. Saldaña must serve half his sentence before he is eligible for parole.
And San Antonio police say a shooting at an apartment complex left one man dead and another in critical condition. This happened just after 8 p.m. last night near I-10 on the city's northwest side. Now, after entering an apartment, police say a man who they believe to be the instigator was found dead on the floor. The other man was taken to a hospital in critical condition. The ages and relationship of the two men and the cause of the shooting are still not known.
Texas Representative Lloyd Doggett has become the first Democratic member of Congress to call for President Joe Biden to step down as the party's nominee. In a statement, Doggett cited the president's performance at the debate against Donald Trump. He said in part, quote, "The president failed to effectively defend his many accomplishments and expose Trump's many lies." Now, this comes just over 4 months before the November election. President Joe Biden is expected to visit with Democratic governors in another attempt to course correct after last week's debate.
Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump can focus on his campaign this summer with several of his legal challenges facing delays. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the latest from Washington.
Today, President Joe Biden is set to meet with Democratic governors, rallying support after a week of setbacks. At a private fundraiser Tuesday, Biden again apologized for his debate performance, saying, "I wasn't very smart," adding he was in at least 15 time zones before the debate, and that, quote, "I didn't listen to my staff," joking that he almost fell asleep on stage. Biden returned to the U.S. 12 days before his showdown with former President Trump. During the debate, Trump spewed an arsenal of lies, including that everyone wanted Roe versus Wade overturned. But much of the fallout since has called Biden's fitness into question, including from within the Democratic Party.
I think it's a legitimate question to say, is this an episode or is this a condition?
The White House is pushing back.
What I can tell you is that he had a cold and a bad night. I would not see this as an episode.
And a new poll released by CNN shows Vice President Kamala Harris performing better against Trump than Biden. She is in the majority of Democratic leaders doubling down support.
Look, Joe Biden is our nominee. We beat Trump once, and we're going to beat him again.
Trump was set to be sentenced this month following his conviction on 34 felony counts in his hush money trial. But the judge now pushing sentencing back to September after the Supreme Court's landmark decision granting Trump broad immunity for official acts.
A president has to have immunity.
Judge Juan Merchan says he'll consider what, if any, impact the ruling has on the case. The growing pressure on President Biden in the almost week since the debate has turned his re-election campaign into a message of reassurance. Meetings with governors, congressional leaders, more press availability, including the first post-debate sit-down interview with ABC News on Friday, are all part of Biden's response. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
And another reminder, the president will meet with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos for his first interview since debate night. Now, clips of the exclusive interview will air this Friday, July 5th on World News Tonight. The full interview will air on Sunday, that is July 7th, on This Week Tonight with George Stephanopoulos.
Time right now, 6:09, 78 degrees out there already.
Well, still to come, discussions over the Spurs returning to a downtown area are heating up. What Mayor Ron Nirenberg has to say about where the city stands on the issue. Plus,
a musical about one of the most controversial women in Latin American history is coming to life here in San Antonio, and you'll get a preview up next.
Hey there, if you're in the mood for a glitzy and emotional stage production, the musical Evita may just be what you need.
Our Stefania Jimenez got a preview at the production at the Harlequin Theater on JBSA Fort Sam Houston.
You
Eva Perón is one of the most controversial figures in Latin American history, but you get to make up your own mind about her when you come and see the musical about her life, Evita, which is coming to life right here in San Antonio.
She's known historically for being kind of the driver to change the women's feminist movements in Argentina, helping the poor. She had foundations, all kinds of different things. So I'm hoping that side of Eva is shown in my performance, so that way people can walk away and feel all kinds of emotions.
There's a lot of influences in the music and in the dialogue that I think speak a lot to the Latin culture, which is why I think that there is such a connection.
I would love people to come and just have a good time and enjoy the music. I love the music from this show. It is so special. We are on a military base, but we are open to the public. So you click on our ticket link and you gain gate access that way.
Evita gives us a colorful show and a powerful history lesson. For tickets, visit our website, KSAT.com. Stefania Jimenez, KSAT 12 News.
This morning, people are not going to be crying about traffic.
No, it's pretty nice out there. The roads look good so far, RJ.
Yeah, guys. Evita, Madonna, right? The
mid-90s
from
the movie.
I think Antonio Banderas as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin confirmed.
I did, yeah.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. I personally, Antonio Banderas, Desperado. That's my jam with him right there. All right, take a look at our traffic here. 90 Nogalitos, west side of town. Traffic moving pretty good there. Loop 410 Blanco Road, same situation. 410 Callahan Road. All smooth sailing out there right now if you're about to step outside and get going on your Wednesday morning commute. If unfortunately you have to get to work, like we're at work right now. Let's go and check in with photojournalist Alex Gomez. He has been out in the streets, the roads. Alex, how are things looking this morning?
Well, it has been great this past hour. Dry roads out here and low traffic volume. However, now I am hearing of a reported rollover on the west side. It's going to be on 151 near 410. I'm on 151 right now, but I'm near Military Drive, so I'm not too far away. I can already see some first responders with their lights on headed in that direction. So I'm going to go check it out. Again, 151 right at 410. I'll let you know what I see, RJ.
All right, thank you very much, Alex. Yeah, Alex in the streets for us, and we'll get an update from him in just a bit as I make my way back to the desk here. And of course, a lot of people also going to be cranking out the AC as they make their way out. I saw an interesting meme going around about kind of that summer breeze that we get here in Texas. Have you seen this? It's like a blowtorch.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what summer
like
breeze?
A breeze, but it's still
What breeze are you talking about?
Blow dryer, blowtorch, for sure.
Opening up an oven door.
Yes. That's the breeze we get.
Unfortunately, it's even my dog yesterday. I opened the door, she started to run out, and she came right back in.
Yeah. She's no fool.
No, exactly. Nobody wants to deal with this kind of heat. 102 yesterday. We're going to be up near 100 again today. Hey, I want to show you the water vapor, guys. This always gives us a good idea of where the moisture is and where the dry air is. And why I show you this, we're looking out over the Caribbean, by the way. Beryl is still a massive Category 4 hurricane, but it is starting to encounter some wind shear. So wind shear is one thing that can kind of break these hurricanes down. It's blowing in that direction, and that's going to break up the organization just a little bit when it comes to Beryl. But also, on the water vapor, you can see there's some dry air here around Cuba. Some of that's going to get pulled in. Not only that, it has to cross over the Yucatan. So these are all things that point towards some weakening. With that said, once it gets back into the Gulf of Mexico, there's some warm water there, and we could see some re-intensification. So these are all things to watch when it comes to Beryl. And here's the latest forecast track. Yes, it will become a Category 3 hurricane, potentially, as we get into tomorrow, after it crosses by Jamaica. And then it moves towards Cancun and Cozumel, winds of 100 miles per hour there along the Yucatan Peninsula, crosses over land, weakens to a tropical storm, and then reemerges into the Gulf and potentially strengthens. So this is a change the Hurricane Center added to this latest advisory that came out at 4 a.m. And that is, and by the way, winds currently with Beryl are 145 miles per hour. But the change they made is to potentially strengthen this into a Category 1 hurricane. Before, it takes a curve to the north potentially and affects anywhere from, say, deep South Texas all the way down to parts of Mexico. There is still a wide range to where this could make landfall and where the effects will be. So keep that in mind. Anywhere from Port Lavaca down to Veracruz, we're talking here. Then if it were to continue anywhere along this path again north, then it could throw some moisture in our direction and bring us some rain here in San Antonio. All possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities out there, but we still have to wait a little bit longer before we talk any specifics. And you look at the water temperatures across the Gulf of Mexico, and man, they are warm. We're talking mid-80s here. This is plenty of fuel for something to work with, and I think that is why we think Beryl may re-strengthen some once in the Gulf of Mexico. And as we look at the spaghetti plots, these are the computer models, and they do all indicate kind of that northern turn. So yes, we've been asking on our poll, are you going to go to South Padre for this weekend? I'd say be careful. You definitely want to keep an eye out for what's going on. And just know, even if it is south of there or north of there, the surf will still be high really anywhere along the Texas coast this weekend. So by Friday, it's moving across the Yucatan Peninsula. Saturday, it's a tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico. And by Sunday and Monday, uncertain strength and path, but we think somewhere in Mexico or Texas. And yes, it could have some impacts on our rain chances. We've brought rain chances up Monday and Tuesday to 30%. Could see a few showers and storms over the weekend, too, with a weak frontal boundary in place. Right now, 78, mostly clear. It's going to be a hot day, as we said. We'll be up near 100. Heat index close to 103 this afternoon. Most places will see heat indices 100 plus. Extended forecast right around 100 next several days. July 4th, hot but dry. In the weekend, 20% chance of rain, slightly lower temperatures, and that certainly will be the case early next week as we get more cloud cover and potentially some impacts from Beryl. We'll keep tabs on it.
All right, well, I'll take even the cloud cover at this point.
That'd be nice.
Thank you, Justin.
All right, here's the plan for tomorrow. We grill out early before it gets
very early. Breakfast.
Yeah, watch your
Breakfast
GMSA
grilling.
with us. Yeah, there you
Sure.
go. Time right now, 6:20, 78 degrees.
Let's look out there with live cam. Yeah, it's a little humid there in the, I was going to say the early 70s. No. 78 degrees now. We're not in low 70s at all. If you are headed out this 4th of July, remember there's going to be fireworks shows in Bernie, Floresville, and of course here in San Antonio. We'll be right back.
When you have moderate to severe eczema, it's okay to show off. With Dupixent, show off your clearer skin and less itch. Because you have plenty of reasons to show off your skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, you can stay ahead of your eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first dose. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
In this morning's GMA First Look, 4th of July sales. Save up to 70% off with Wayfair's 4th of July clearance. For the country's big day, many retailers offering sales, from outdoor furniture to barbecue staples.
We're already seeing sales on grills, gear for backyard entertaining.
And with Amazon Prime Day right around the corner.
Ooh, Prime Day is July 16th and the 17th?
Experts say this summer there are more big ways you can save.
We're seeing sales launched by retailers that are competing with Amazon, like Walmart and Target. There are just a lot of players in the space making a lot of noise.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the deals you should look out for to make your 4th of July celebration sparkle. And ways you can save all summer long. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, Oakland, California.
Hey, you've probably seen a lot of discussion and rumors of the Spurs and their future in downtown San Antonio.
That's right, and the conspiracy theories and discussions have only gotten louder, especially since the announcement was made that the Institute of Texan Cultures would no longer reside near the Alamo Dome and Tower of the Americas. Mayor Ron Nirenberg joined us last night on the news at 6 for our KSAT Q&A segment, and we asked him where the city is right now on building a new arena.
we're also looking out into the horizon and seeing that, there is a potential opportunity to bring the Spurs back downtown. So we are obviously interested in having a comprehensive conversation about how that could all work. But as far as speculation about any kind of deal that's been arranged or anything like that is purely speculation.
So that was just part of our KSAT Q&A segment. We talked more about the Spurs with the mayor, along with how the Supreme Court's ruling on homeless bans will affect us here in San Antonio. You can watch the full interview with Mayor Ron Nirenberg right now on all of our streaming platforms.
That would be really exciting to see that development in downtown.
Yeah, it would work for us for sure, but we'll have to see what happens. Yeah.
Time right now, 6:26, 78 degrees.
Let's look out there with Drive Cam. Our Alex Gomez looks, maybe he's on the west side. He's making his way over there. It's looking pretty with that sunrise. We're going to check in with Alex in just a minute. Well, happening right now, all airports in Jamaica are shut down this morning ahead of Hurricane Beryl's arrival. We are keeping an eye on that, and we want you to take part this morning in our poll. So welcome back. It is 6:30 and it is Wednesday, July 3rd.
Thank you for starting your morning with us, and very quiet morning out there, but very hot.
That's right. But as we mentioned, about this, we want you to know that if you have plans to visit the Texas coast this holiday weekend, you can vote on that poll right there on your screen on ksat.com/poll, or you can just scan that QR code. It's, the bottom corner right there, and let us know where you're heading.
It looks like a lot of people are going to have no plans. They're staying in town. They're not going to the coast.
I'm on that one. No plans at 62%. But it looks as if you are going out of town, it looks like 24%, I guess, going to Corpus Christi. That would be the leader right now.
Yeah. Sal Padre was starting off pretty strong, and now it's
only at 4%. Yeah. So those keep changing.
I would say that no plans may be the better option at this point, only because this weekend we're going to see surf pick up along the Texas coast. Regardless of what happens with Beryl, once it gets in the Gulf of Mexico, those waves are going to pick up anywhere along the coastal bend. So just keep that in mind. We're going to take a look at the surf and that forecast for you coming up here in just a couple minutes. And we'll show you what you can expect if you're heading down to, say, Corpus Christi or South Padre. But it could get a little dicey. For today, quiet. 100 here in San Antonio. Places across Texas will be hitting 100. It's another hot day. Heat index values 100 plus. What about the fireworks tomorrow night? All looks good there, too. Weather's not going to interrupt any of your plans in that regard. 95 at 8 o'clock, 90 at 10 p.m. at midnight. We know San Antonio still is up around midnight on July 4th, 85. Mostly clear. The sunset, by the way, around 8:38. And as we look at Hurricane Beryl, where it stands right now, Category 4 hurricane. It's moving west-northwest at about 20 miles per hour. It looks a little more ragged this morning, but still will affect Jamaica a little bit later today. Winds are at 145 miles per hour, so this is still a powerful storm. Of course, the big question will be what happens when it gets into the Gulf, and what does that mean for rain chances here locally? We'll take another look at that for you coming up in just a couple minutes, but we've got issues out on the roads. We got to get over to RJ now. What's the latest?
All right, Justin. Yes, west side of town right now, 151 east, and again, it's been a quiet morning, but did not take long for us to come across a major accident out here on 151. Again, eastbound lanes right there, West Military Drive. We see that the highway has been completely shut down on the eastbound lanes of 151. Traffic is even at a bit of a standstill off to the access road right there of 151s. We have multiple emergency vehicles on the scene right now after a reported accident. So let's go ahead and check in with photojournalist Alex Gomez. He was on this even before TxDOT. So Alex, what are some details that you can share with us?
Yeah, so 151 eastbound is closed right there at 410. If you take 151 coming down and you want to hit Highway 90, you have to exit at 410 right now. I'm actually on the westbound lanes now. I'm on 151 westbound at Military, and you can see even this entrance ramp right here is going to be closed as well. It looks like we have debris that rode down from the highway right here. So it looks like they might have the entrance ramp yet. Right here, if I pan to the right, the entrance ramp to go 151 is also going to be closed as well. So just a big mess over here. I'm trying to find a good vantage point on where I can park and maybe get some information. But again, 151 is going to be the the biggest slowdown that we've had all morning long, RJ.
Yeah, absolutely. And make sure you stay safe out there. Alex Gomez in our drive cam checking things out for us as we have a major accident in that side of town. So let's go ahead and show you the maps here real quick just to show you the backup. So right now, West Military Drive, this is going to be where our crash is, and traffic now backing all the way to 410, all the way down to Cable Ranch Road. And it looks like we're even backing things up all the way to Potranco Road at this point right now. Again, 151 eastbound West Military Drive. An accident there has shut down all the main lanes in that area. So take caution if you're about to head out right now on the west side of town. Patty and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. We're going to go ahead and check back with that poll since we brought it up at the beginning of the newscast. And it looks like overwhelmingly people have no plans. The question was, do you have plans to visit the Texas coast this holiday weekend? It looks like a lot of people are not headed that way. But if you are, it looks like about 27% of you, the biggest percentage, headed to Corpus Christi. Well, new this morning, San Antonio police say a 17-year-old is dead after a shooting on the city's north side. This happened a few hours ago around 4 a.m. near the 1600 block of Santa Ana Street, not far from I-10. Police tell us that neighbors reported hearing those gunshots, and when they went outside, they found the 17-year-old on the ground in the middle of an intersection. So far, no suspect information has been released.
Nearly 7 years ago, 26 people were killed inside the Sutherland Springs church building. And since then, the site was scheduled for demolition. But as John Paul Barajas tells us, a temporary restraining order has put those plans on hold.
I'm not here to keep the building or destroy the building. We're simply doing this because we want the survivors to have their opinions.
The white former sanctuary has stood as a memorial to those lost, but also a painful reminder of what happened that Sunday morning in Sutherland Springs. The dispute over the vote to tear it down is why the building will stand for a while longer. Plans to demolish the building on hold due to a temporary restraining order.
Their lawyer is already aware.
So they're aware of the situation.
The lawyer already called my lawyer.
Do you know what that discussion was like or what was said?
No.
But as far as you know right now, everything is put on pause.
It's supposed to be.
Amber Holder and her daughter Amy Crowder have filed a lawsuit against the church. In August 2021, the congregation voted 66-33 to tear down the sanctuary turned memorial building.
Some of the people here didn't even know that this church existed before the shooting, and they all got their say. And I don't think it's their opinions that necessarily matter. I think it's the survivors and the victims' families.
Crowder and Holder say many survivors and victims' families are no longer with the church and believe some of their memberships were removed so they did not have a say in the matter. Holder says some of those directly impacted in the shooting have reached out to her.
Anybody that has been in contact with me, I have not heard anybody that's against it. There was one person that has been publicly outraged by what I'm doing that is a survivor. And he's against it because he nearly died here that day. And in his words, I was shot to hell. I understand.
Monday, KSAT obtained an email that was sent out by the church pastor that says the final days to visit the memorial were Monday and Tuesday because of plans to demolish the building. But a demolished day was not listed.
I was furious. It's a holiday weekend and you're giving them a 3-hour window for each day. That's not right.
There was John Paul Barajas reporting a hearing on the restraining order is scheduled for July 15th.
Well, looking ahead, the city of San Antonio wants to put a 2-mile buffer zone around the Toyota plant. That zone would limit new development in the area to commercial and industrial use only. The proposal is not popular with all the people who live in the area, and some are worried about the potential impact on home property values. That buffer zone decision could happen on July 16th. A community input meeting was held last night on the Texas A&M University campus.
I'm so very much against it, very much against it. It really restricts what I can do. I can't even build a separate home for one of my children to live on.
They are going to try to tell me what I can and cannot do with my property. And at the meeting today, they just said that Toyota owned their property, so they can do whatever they want with the expansion because they own their property. I own my property too.
Well, you can read more about Toyota's proposed buffer zone right now on our website at KSAT.com.
All right, as we get ready for the 4th of July tomorrow, you can find the best spots for watching fireworks right here on KSAT.com. Just scan the QR code right there on your screen. The celebrations at places like the Pearl, San Marcos, Bernie, and Kerrville.
And also on KSAT.com, we have instructions on how to properly dispose of fireworks. The Beryl County Fire Marshal advises residents to designate a dowser. So a designated dowser would be an adult in charge of putting out used fireworks. That way you can avoid any potential flames coming out of the trash. And when you're done popping, that's all when you're done popping the fireworks.
All right, time right now, 6:38, 78 degrees.
Well, just ahead, we all know food can be the best medicine, and that includes healthy eating. How one hospital is working to keep families healthy this summer.
This summer, families have a chance to learn about healthy eating from a summer snack series. The program is through Corpus Christi's Children's Hospital.
Producer Haley Powers got a look inside the kitchen at Christus and explains why healthy eating is so important, especially for sick kids.
The chop of the knife.
It's just Christus.
The swirl of a spoon.
I was like,
and the top of a
all
finished
right.
dish. That means families and their kids inside Christus Children's Hospital are about to taste the recipe of the week.
So this is our food for today. It's a little snack. It's a dill pickle dip.
This dip was made as part of Christus Children's Summer Snack Series. Every week, Chef, a culinary medicine program inside the hospital, puts together easy and tasty recipes for patients and their families. After tasting the dish, families get the opportunity to make it at home.
And we have a bag of all the ingredients so they can make it at home with the recipe. And then we found some of our families don't have the cooking supplies, so we have all the cooking supplies for them to make it at home if they need that.
Giving parents the ingredients and supplies to make the dish means they get to learn about new and healthy ways to feed their kids, especially if they're sick.
The importance of culinary medicine is really how much diet does affect your medical health.
On top of diet, the culinary experts with the Summer Snack Series also explain the importance of nutrition, menu planning, and trying new foods.
It's a fun class. All the kids like it, all the families like it, but just that they're trying new foods that they wouldn't have necessarily tried at home.
Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you very much for that, Haley. 6:43 right now, and we got a big mess, and it did not take long for things to kind of get really backed up here on 151 eastbound at West Military Drive. We had a crash that was reported a little while ago, and you see that all the main lanes there of 151 eastbound, that has been shut down. We're also seeing some slowdowns on the westbound lanes right here because it looked like there was some debris off on the left-handed lane here, but we saw some officials earlier pick up some of the debris off to the side of the road there. So some major slowdowns, westbound lanes, shut down eastbound lanes of 151 and West Military. Let's go ahead and check in with Alex Gomez for the very latest out there. Alex, how are things looking?
Yeah, there's a lot going on over here, RJ. It's a pretty big scene, and right now what you're looking at is 151 eastbound right at Military. That's one of the cars that were involved in the crash right there. So you can see a lot of damage right there on the front end. And if I zoom out, you can see another car. This is going to be on the opposite side of the highway. This is 151 westbound right on the frontage road. So the frontage road's still open. We have one lane open, but again, if you're going down 151 and you try and hit Highway 90, that's going to be closed. You're actually being forced to exit to 410. You can see all these people that are stuck behind the scene. They're actually turning around and they're going to have to exit another way because 151 eastbound is going to be closed for some time until they get this investigation wrapped up, RJ.
All right, yeah, it looks like an absolute parking lot out there on 151 eastbound. As we take a quick look at our maps, thank you very much, Alex, for those updates. Again, he is on the ground for us right now. Basically, we have a crash here, 151 eastbound West Military Drive, backed all the way up 410, all the way to Hunt Lane, even going all the way back to Petranco Road. And so they have got a major backup here in this area. So that's the biggest thing we're following right now at the moment. Do also want to mention, though, a lot of people going to be hitting the roads as you know we get set for the 4th of July holiday. Real quick, TxDOT has kind of given us an indication of when they expect the heaviest congestion, especially if you're headed out to the Houston, Galveston area. That's going to be today, 9 o'clock to 2 p.m., headed out of San Antonio to Seguin, and I-35, you're going up to Austin, Lake LBJ, the Metroplex up there, Dallas-Fort Worth, 3 to 8 p.m. if you're going up on 35. So just keep that in mind. We're about to head out.
Yeah, speaking of traveling to the coast, we want to know, do you have plans to visit the Texas coast this holiday weekend? So you can vote in our poll on KSAT.com/poll or just scan that QR code on your screen. It's right there at the bottom, close to Justin. Let us know where you're heading. Yeah, right there.
In Bear County and San Antonio, leaders have been preparing for hurricane season for months and encourage you to always have a plan for any major weather event. Today on GMSA at 9, we're going to show you Emergency Operations Center in Brooks, which is activated during hurricanes and other severe weather conditions. Leaders from different organizations and hospitals can better strategize and prepare for activations like during hurricanes Harvey, Laura, and Ida.
Say that an event happens and a hurricane enters the Gulf, and it looks like we're going to receive some evacuees here. This place will fully become operational. Everyone that you can think of that may be impacted by or may be needed in those operations will come here, from the fire department, the police department, the sheriffs, all the hospitals.
This morning at 9, some important information you may not know about when it comes to flash flooding situations here in San Antonio. Texas officials urge Texans in coastal communities and visitors heading that way to have a plan ready for potential impacts.
And let's take another look at the poll there. It looks like a lot of people have no plans to go to the Texas coast, but 24% still headed to Corpus Christi, Galveston 6%, and South Padre 8%.
Definitely have to be careful with the rope tides. I know you were mentioning.
Well, yeah, that's, there's a lot of uncertainties when it comes to this hurricane about where it will track, what impacts it will have on us here or anywhere along the Texas coast. But one thing we're pretty certain of at this point, if you're going to the coast this weekend, you're going to encounter some higher surf. Wherever this thing ends up in the Gulf of Mexico, it's going to kick up the waves. And so I think really by Sunday, especially if you're heading to, say, Port A, Corpus Christi, you see that on the poll there, and for sure South Padre, you're going to see seas anywhere from 5 to 7 feet. Okay, so this is where it starts to get a little bit dangerous. It will really kick up. So if you do have plans to go to the coast this weekend, you got to pay really close attention to what's going on with Hurricane Beryl and where it ends up. Water temperatures are warm. I mean, we're talking near 90 degrees here, so there's a lot of fuel for this system to work with. And this is, again, going for anywhere, honestly, along the Texas coast. There's going to be high surf and some potentially dangerous conditions. Here's a look at the tropical satellite. Now, Beryl is still out here near Jamaica. This is Haiti here, Jamaica, and it's looking a little more ragged. Still a Category 4 storm. This is still a massive, powerful storm, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't look like it did yesterday because it's getting sheared by some upper-level winds. Hopefully that weakens it a little bit further, but that's not before it nears Jamaica today and brings probably, unfortunately, some damage there. Then it makes its way towards the Yucatan, Cancun, Cozumel, Category 2 storm at this point, crosses over the Yucatan, weakens some to a tropical storm, but there are indications now, because the waters are warm, that we could get some re-strengthening. Hurricane Center is going to go ahead and say maybe a hurricane again. This would be on Sunday morning, 1 a.m., winds 75 miles per hour. These are estimations. Notice that the cone of uncertainty gets rather large here towards the end, and that's by design, because there is a large swath, a large area here where we could see this make landfall, and the computer models are not honing in on one spot just yet. So anywhere from Port Lavaca down to Veracruz, Mexico, we've got to watch this. Spaghetti plots tell the same story, honestly. There is a little bit of a northerly turn there at the end, and that's what we're going to watch, because if it does take that northerly turn, it certainly could affect Texas in several different ways, not only there along the coast, but it could bring some moisture up to San Antonio, which would bring our rain chances up. Right now, we're going to go with a 30% chance Monday and Tuesday to account for that. Smaller chances over the weekend, but still some chances nonetheless, because we have a weak frontal boundary that'll be headed our way. 78 in San Antonio, 75 right now in New Braunfels, 79 Converse. We got clear skies. We'll end up near 100 today. Heat index around 103. And for fireworks tomorrow, 100. It'll be hot for 4th of July, 99 on Friday, and then those changes potentially arrive by the weekend with temperatures getting a little cooler by Sunday and certainly into next week, depending on how everything unfolds with what's going on in the tropics.
We'll be watching closely.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin.
Thanks, Justin. 6:50 right now, 78 degrees.
Let's look out there at the 78 degrees. A little humid when you open the door and things will heat up, but I am looking forward to the effects of Beryl and hoping for some cloud cover in our area. We'll be right back.
Today on GMSA at 9, we're getting you ready for Amazon Prime Day. Coming up in a few weeks, we'll be speaking with a shopping expert from Consumer Reports about the best deals to look out for on Prime Day, which is July 16th and 17th.
Plus, we have a new summer edition of Science with Sarah. So meteorologist Sarah Spivey will be out at the San Antonio Zoo doing a fun experiment that you can do at home with the kiddos. And she's going to have some special friends to introduce us to as well. So tune in for those stories and more today on GMSA at 9.
If I wasn't working, I'd be tuning in because she's so much fun. I love watching her.
Yeah,
segments.
it'll be a lot of fun. She always has a lot of fun at the zoo, and but not fun right now is 151 at West Military Drive. Let's check back with RJ.
Yeah, that's right, guys. No easy way to say it. It is a major mess out there on the west side of town. 151 eastbound. You see an accident right here that has shut down all the main lanes of 151 east right there at West Military Drive. The also the westbound traffic. We now see that there are some delays here in this area as they are no longer allowing people to even get on 151 west as well. So 151, big deal right now as we have a crash reported in that area. Let's go ahead and check in with Alex Gomez. He is on the ground for us this morning. Alex, is there any new details that you may be able to share with us?
No, the one that you just mentioned right now, the westbound lane's also being affected. So 151 at Military is just going to be closed in general. If you're coming down and you usually hit Highway 90 that way, you have to exit at 410. So it's just a big mess out here. I would just, in fact, stay on Military and make your way all the way down to about Highway 90 if that's your route that you need to go, RJ.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alex. That's some good advice there. I think Hunt Lane will also help you kind of navigate around some of this mess, especially 410 and 151. So, Alex, thank you very much for the updates throughout the morning. Justin?
Yeah, thank you guys. 100 today, 100 on July 4th. Fireworks look good. 99 Friday. We'll watch this weekend for a couple of isolated stray showers and storms. And then we'll be watching very closely what unfolds in the Gulf of Mexico with Beryl. We know she's coming into the Gulf. Still some questions, though, where she goes after that.
Well, watch out for it. Well, I guess we're clear for fireworks, but it's going to be hot during the day, though.
That's for sure.
Just hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 9.